No. You can take it off then. Once you get up there, you can take it off so they can take pictures of you.
Shane Daniel Nicholas. Riley Nicole Vandendries. Olivia Cheryl Ayers. Hannah June Johnson. Haley Irene Zadunik. Jacob Michael Lockhart. Kyle Scott Winslow. Drew Allen Jones. Nicholas Moore. Alan Cooney. Elijah Blaine Frary. Clara K. Henry. Alicia Elizabeth Fredrickson. Jordan Ashley Moorish. Madeline Michelle Whitcomb. Isabel Marie Coleman. Bailey Marie Huff. Taylor Madison Waterman. Elena Page Best. Madison Marie McMillan. Cassidy Plord. Caitlin Nicole Thayer. Kelsey Caldwell. Karen Elizabeth Thayer. Paige Tucker. Marlena Morentz. Emily Jean Riley. Lane Ann Cummings. Elizabeth Grace. Michaela Destiny Lee Szyminski. Nicholas Frank Marakova. David John Harris. Jackson Joseph Tillman. Christopher Clark. Gabriel Jacob Fielder. Cooper David Naiman. Robert Louis Burke III. Ian Morris Wagner. Dominic Dalrymple. Nadia Taylor. Jasmine Day. Madison Went. Matthew Forrester. Avery Hopper. William Hubbard. Jesse Thomas Baker. Michael Hildebrandt II. Austin Lane Frizzell. Cade Michael Frizzell. Stephen Clifford. Brooke Jones. Paige Morgan Hoos. Curtis Slider. Chandler Terrence Cleveland. Jacob Wayne Mills. Haley Molnix. Faith Barreras. Christina Beden. Caitlin Dine. McKenna Marie Osborne. Tracy Sleff. Jacob Feldhaus. Connor Michael LaFave. Evan James Egan. Chase Gregory Remington. Justin Curtis Reddy. Jalen Carlos Jones. Madison Abigail Dagan. Calvin Newsom. Kenzie Cooney. Elijah Johnson. Autumn Johnson. Kellen Avery Ackerman. Seth Marlon Scott Bruce. Gavin Cords. Ashton William Baker. Tanner Scott Milton. Remington Scripter. Eden Strickland. Haley Caswell. Mark Thomas Swarm. James Plashik. Miller McGee. Kayla Marie Funk. Kayla Marie Jolly. Quentin Downer. Ethan Michael Hansen. Caleb John Pratt. Jeremy Ralph Eldon Gooch. Nicholas Tompkins. Taylor Shannon. Keisha Adair Kaup. Savannah Walker.
Taylor. He can read it and we'll put it online, but not today.
Class of 2020, you are now officially high school graduates. Please take your tassel from the right and move it to the left. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. We are proud of your accomplishments. Thank you, graduates, family, friends, loved ones, and staff for making this special occasion tonight, even though the guidelines have limited our attendance and left us without the phenomenal singing of our choir and without a traditional, outstanding performance from our band. It certainly wasn't the same without them. On behalf of Durand area schools, I would like to wish the class of 2020 best of luck in your future endeavors. I've realized not only is my voice loud, but my clap is loud. I can't even clap over here and not have it picked up by the microphone. I apologize. Class of 2020, you will now be escorted off of the field by Mr. Carpenter and Mr. McCrum. We would ask that once you are off of the field, you make your way directly to your vehicles and not gather in the parking lots. For those of you in the stands, once the graduates exit, please stand and exit the stadium going directly to your vehicles. We need to keep families social distance and as safe as possible. Thank you very much once again, and congrats, class of 2020.
We all want to do it so bad. I would like
Hello graduates, I'd like to start off by congratulating you all and giving a few words of enlightenment, something you may take with you to college, trade school, or wherever your path to happiness may lead. I'm aware that these past few months have been crazy, but if you could do one last thing for me, I'd like you to take a look around at one another, at the person to your left, to your right, at those who you've made treasured memories with, but also those with which you have not. You'll notice many differences between us, yet we share so much in common. We have held grudges between ourselves for various reasons. We have all doubted ourselves at some point or another. We have spoken about how terrible we think school is. We have felt heartbreak and defeat. We have failed and questioned the worth of our time and effort. But let us not forget the great things we have done. We passed chemistry, algebra, and English. We set records in athletics and had several state qualifying athletes and programs. We have learned about ourselves, others, and the world. We have grown into brilliant young adults with radiant futures, but most importantly, we have built a foundation from which we may continue into the next phase of our lives from. Today, we finally reap the rewards of our endeavors, even through the most recent wave of chaos. We are finally ready to take the next step of our lives. At this point, everything seems to be moving so fast. We are graduating, we must find work or move into college soon, and worst of all, we have to learn to be adults. Without a doubt, life is soon to become even more stressful for all of us. Knowing where to go and what to do with ourselves is a confusing yet extraordinarily pressing question that many do not have the answer to. It's also a question that we do not need the answer to right now. For some, it may be even better that they don't know. Even so, the question that could define your life is inevitably terrifying. It will be overwhelming at times, and giving up will seem ever so easy. The best advice that I could give to you all, in times where you seem lost or scared or stressed, is to simply slow down for a moment, and never forget to stop and smell the roses. Truth is, life may be the longest thing you ever do, but it still seems like the shortest. Time flies whether you are having fun or not, and with the passing of time, unfortunately, the good times fly by too. As you progress into adulthood, however you carry on, upon whichever walk of life you decide to embark, you will stumble upon many, many glorious times. Relishing in these moments, as I have come to learn, is a skill far beyond any artificial title of value or worth. Life does not need to be as complex as we often deem it to be. The simplicity of life is something that in this fast-moving society we forget to savor. We tend to only care about things with a finite price, such as expensive clothing or houses or cars. However, I would argue, quite firmly, that the most important aspects of life are those which are invaluable. Memories, ranging from the innocence of a great laugh with friends to the day you get married, or even this day, the day we graduate, the relationships you build with others, and all the great friendships you will create along the way. And most importantly, the joy and appreciation that you are, in fact, living. Ferris Bueller, a role model from whom we have all sought advice, puts it best. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you might miss it. I like to think of life as a tour through a garden. You could easily complain about the heat, the bugs, the rock in your shoe, or how much your feet hurt from walking. You could just as easily overthink the garden's beauty and become lost. Worst of all, you could exhaust yourself trying to walk faster to keep up with others. Doing so, however, causes you to reach the other side more quickly. In this case, at the end of the tour, if you were asked what you experienced during the walk of life, those who focused on the negative or tried to keep up with others realized that they didn't really see anything. They never enjoyed the beauty of the garden or in the walk through it. Some, however, are unbothered by trivial negative things like the heat or the pace of other strides. They realize that their walk of life and their perception of it is in their control. They appreciate the simple and innocent beauty of the vibrant flowers blooming and see the positives in many situations that we may instead view as unfavorable. When these people are asked about their stroll through the garden, they could speak volumes about the warmth of the sun and the curiosity of the bugs. They could laugh at the rock's excursion into their shoe. They would disregard the inconsequential pain in their feet, and most importantly, they would vividly recall the smell of the roses. Now, I could have come here and told you all to simply work hard or chase your dreams and make this speech forgettable, but especially amidst the uncertainty of the world we now live in, I believe there is a much more relevant suggestion to offer. And so I'd like to issue you all a challenge for the graduates, teachers, parents, and administrators alike. Next time a beautiful flower blooms in your garden, no matter how minor or irrelevant it may seem, never forget to stop and smell the roses.
Hey guys, this is Riley Vandendries and this is my senior speech titled You Are a Banana. You are a banana. This is one of the most memorable things I had learned in our high school economics class. This Friday story that Mr. Schubert read to us from Craig Conrad's book, Unstoppable, Inspiring Lessons for the Unstoppable You, made me realize just how relatable that one seemingly silly quote was. Bananas start off green, just as we did our 8th grade in our freshman year. We were the babies, the annoying underclassmen that most of the upperclassmen did not have the patience to deal with. As we walked throughout the halls, wide-eyed at all of the new experiences we would have, we had no clue how much we would ripen throughout the next few years. Our 8th grade year was our lost year. We played middle school sports but got to wander around the halls of the high school. And some of us even took our first high school class, Algebra 1. We were so excited to become freshmen and officially become high schoolers, but little did we know how quickly it would all go. Our freshman year, we were a little bit less green. We had more experience walking through the halls, and we had fully transitioned into becoming high schoolers. We started taking credits that we had to have to graduate, and some of us even played our first varsity sports. Freshman year seemed to drag on because even though we were just getting started, we could not wait to graduate. Now going back to this banana analogy, our sophomore year we were starting to transition to the color yellow, and we became a very light tint of green. We were no longer at the bottom of the food chain, and we started taking classes where pace had picked up. Environmental science had some of us scrambling to get our work done before the binder checks and test. We got to watch one of our own classmates wrestle at states this year as well. Way to go, Gabe. We started driving, slowly learning responsibility and becoming the individuals that we are right now. Junior year was the big year. SATs, work keys, M-STEP, and so much more. We took our hardest classes, chemistry, physics, trigonometry, algebra 2, and a few of us even took calculus. We read The Crucible and laughed as our classmates used funny accents to bring the story to life. We had a few classmates inducted to the National Honor Society, and by a few, I mean quite a few. We worked hard in our athletics, and a few of us were even getting ready to verbally commit to compete at the next level. We were almost completely ripe as our journey was over halfway done. Now here we are, our senior year. We started the countdown to our last day of school. Our sports teams had a pretty successful year. Our football team went 5-4 and went to the playoffs on a coin flip. Our girls' golf team went to states. Congratulations to Hannah and her team. We sent a bowler on to states this year as well. Congratulations, Cooper. Our volleyball team beat Byron and had a winning season for the first time in a few years. Our boys' basketball team finished their season with 12 wins, the most since the 1987-1988 season. We had an FFA team go to states composed of Olivia, Clara, Alicia, and Alana. Our band, choir, drama, and other programs rocked it as well. But then something happened that none of us saw coming. A pandemic occurred. COVID-19, or the coronavirus, shut down school for good on March 13th, 2020. Everything got canceled. We couldn't spend our spring breaks watching the March Madness tournaments, and some of us even had to cancel our travel plans due to the restrictions. We didn't get the senior traditions that those before us did. Everything came to a chaotic halt, and our world will never be the same. But even though we missed out on a lot, a valuable lesson was learned. Never take these moments for granted. Appreciate the little things, because you never know when a pandemic could just take it all away. But we did it, guys. We are officially ripe in our journey as high school bananas, and our journey here is complete. However, our banana of life has not ripened yet. In fact, we are all still green. Our journey might be ending here at Durand High School, but with everything else in life, we are just getting started. We have classmates going to compete at the University of Illinois and Kellogg Community College. There's a handful of us going to fight for this beautiful country. Thank you to Brandon, Bailey, and Elijah. Our class is joining the workforce and starting our education in trades and the other various fields as we become the teachers, doctors, lawyers, managers, police officers, and so much more of tomorrow. Thank you to everyone for listening to me speak for the final time as a DHS student. Thank you to all who helped us on this journey, the teachers, administrators, and all of the additional staff and our families and friends. Congratulations, class of 2020. Remember, never stop pushing to be better, overcome every challenge, and stay on the track of success.